Hi there, this is Ambra from Lionstone Revision Coaching. Today I want to talk to you about diet. There are so many different kinds of diets out there. There are 1,000,001 and choosing the right one can be really, really difficult. But I'm here to give you a really basic guideline, calling this just the basics. Just the basic foods. Most important principle is to eat simply and have your food be in its most natural state. That means not a lot of processed foods. Things should be as close to how it grows as possible. Every ingredient in your food should be things that are natural that you would have at home. If it has a chemistry set in it, if there are a bunch of things you can't pronounce and it's not because it's dumb Japanese flavor, you probably shouldn't eat it. Now, when you're grocery shopping, it can be a little intimidating, but let's look at the grocery store. All around the perimeter of the grocery store, you have the produce, you have the meats, you have the eggs, you have the dairy, you have the breads. All of that are really natural whole foods. That's your best bet. As soon as you get into the middle of the grocery store, you have a lot of your processed things, a lot of your sugars, a lot of things that really aren't benefiting you that much. Does that mean that you should never have beans or never have rice? Maybe not. But at least as a general guideline, stay around the perimeter of the grocery store and you're going to do best. Brings me to having very little carbs. So, carbs are stored and essentially turn into sugar. If you can limit those carbs, you're going to be a lot better off. But making substitutions, like for instance, you want to have pasta, try using spaghetti squash. Spaghetti squash makes a delicious pasta. It goes great with any of the sauces. You can really just substitute it one for one. Or try doing a zucchini and eggplant lasagna. That's using the zucchini and eggplant sliced really thin instead of the noodles. Use whatever other ingredients that you normally want. Use your cheese, use your meats, your sauces. Absolutely delicious. This is a fun one. Chipped cauliflower for rice. Some places you can buy it already chipped, or else you can do it in your food processor. Just put the cauliflower in and whirl it in the food processor until it's about the size of rice. Saute it in a pan with a bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. Season it if you want it. And it's delicious, and it really serves the purpose of rice. You can put any of your sauces or anything, a curry, right on top of it, and it's perfect. Here's another idea. Next time you're having tacos, instead of having the flour tortilla or even the corn tortilla, Boston bib lettuce makes a perfect taco shell. Put all of your delicious ingredients inside of there, wrap it up, and it's just like a taco. It's going to hold together just as well as that corn tortilla would, and it's just lettuce. There's nothing to feel guilty about for that. So, we're going to talk about sugar. Sugars. Dun, dun, dun. The big evil, especially processed sugars. Anything that is refined, even when you have something that's brown sugar, it's still really refined. You're better off with honey, maple syrup, dates, or stevia. And still really trying to limit those, especially if you're trying to lose weight. It just loads it on. Fat is usually not the problem. Animal fats are not the problem. The sugar is. So I found a really, really helpful way to do a diet like this is to have substitutions. Substitutions that you really like and that really satisfy those cravings that you want. These are things that are on your yes list, and it's going to really help you get through it. Things like you love dessert, you love to have pie, but having refined white flour is not necessarily going to be okay for your diet. However, you can take ground nuts, using cashews, using macadamia nuts, grind those up, put a little bit of sea salt and a bit of vanilla, and blend them up. Push that into your pie shell. You make a beautiful pie crust. Great substitution for a dessert. Avocado chocolate mousse. This is avocado, maybe a little bit of maple syrup, your cacao or cocoa powder, some vanilla, maybe a little bit of coconut milk, but you don't need it. Just add some extra creaminess. You can eat this room temperature, chilled, or put it in your freezer and mix it up really well when you get it out, and there you got an ice cream. It's delicious. Another one, is that those crunchy snacks, the potato chips and corn chips and things like that we all love. Well, very readily available in most grocery stores now are dehydrated kale chips. And they're flavored and they're delicious. And it's just dehydrated kale. There's nothing fried about them. So, I'm going to recap. Getting to just the basics. Basic foods that aren't a chemistry set. There's nothing weird in them. It's natural food in its natural state that is then made into really great recipes. We didn't do this before. Greens. Eat lots of greens. Greens are things that keep you alive, whether it is kale, lettuce, broccoli, arugula, collard greens, turnip greens. All of these things are so unbelievably helpful for you. They are pure life and they're anti-carcinogenic. So, in this world where cancer is so prevalent, greens are a great protection. So once again, I am Ambra from Lionstone Revision Coaching. You can find me on my private Facebook group at Love Your Life! Or on my website at www.lionstonecoaching.com. See you soon.